can't stand a racist American, I hate, I swear.
The songs you just heard are some of the most anticipated snippets from Travis Scott's upcoming album Utopia. Today, we're gonna be breaking down one of the snippets to try to see what the rest of Utopia might sound like. The breakdown for Cinderella, obviously not a 100% remake, but it's close enough, so it sounds like this. And the only thing I didn't do is basically the little guitar part. So to break this down, there's not a lot going on. We have two analog labs right here playing the same MIDI. As you can see, the MIDI is super simple, and this is what the first analog lab sounds like. The sound is called Keys Legend from the Synthopia analog lab bank, and the second one sounds like this. And it is the keys Wah-Wah LFO keys from also Synthopia analog lab bank. All the sounds are going to be from Synthopia. Next up, we have the sub bass right here. This is just the OP1 one shot, just following the bass line. So it goes C, D sharp, C, D sharp. Next up is the piano V2. It's the metal soft and large, plays the same MIDI just as a layer. So what Metro also did in the beginning of the song is atmosphere. As you can see, we can hear the forest in the background, so I also added that. Next up for the drums. The drums are super simple. We have this hi-hat right here, which plays like a hi-hat roll in the beginning. And then another roll right here. And that's it. Next up we have the snare, French snare from Synthopia, just playing normal snare pattern. As you can see, we just got the C and D sharp again into C, and then we have this little 808 roll, and the same thing right here in the beginning and the end. The kick is the rank kick. The kick pattern bounces between the 808 and the snare pretty well, so it sounds like this. Everything together sounds like this. There's a couple things we can take away from this beat. First one, obvious, for drum sounds is super minimal. This is what like gives the beat so much space. Next up, we have a simple MIDI, but it conveys like a lot of emotion. And then it's layered to create like a full sound. We also can take away like atmosphere. The forest thing, like a sound, adds a lot, even though it's just ambience. And the beat feels super cohesive. So all the elements blend really well together in the mix and sound selection wise. Let's take the things we just learned and implement them ourselves. Let's make a beat that Travis would kill for. So I started out by dragging in one of my older samples. It sounds like this. The next thing I did is open Quanta 2. This is like a grain kind of synthesizer, and pick the sound right here, pick the grains, put the envelope, and then I just played this pattern right here. This is going to be the main part of the beat, and I kept this super simple. I could have layered this a little bit more, but I wanted to go a little bit more crazy on the drums. Next up, added the snare. Nothing special, same with the hi-hat, just two-step hi-hat. Next up, I added percussion. This is where I went a little bit crazy on the drums, because I had a lot more space to fill. So we added this leg percussion right here. Added this Neptune's kind of Pharrell sound. And these little two claps. So this is what the percussion sounds like. Lastly, I added this 808, and I wanted to keep the 808 as simple as possible. The only thing I did really was this little roll right here. Together, it sounds like this. bounce is very, very simple and there's a decent amount of space. This is already sounding pretty insane. Let's just add a Mike Dean kind of intro to finish this off. But before we do that, all the sounds I use today are from my upcoming kit, Synthopia. Imagine you had access to all the vintage synths, drum machines, effects that Mike Dean, The Weeknd, Travis Scott, Q-Beat use on a daily basis. Would your beats improve? And what would that do for you? Do you think that would help you take your music career to the next level? I definitely thought so. And that is exactly why I created Synthopia. Hundreds of drum sounds from 26 of the most iconic drum machines, retexturized, modernized, and pre-mixed to ensure that knock. Hundreds and hundreds of one-shots from 19 of the most iconic synths ever created, retextured and modernized to provide endless creativity. The combined cost of the synths and drum machines alone is over $100,000, and this is only 20% of the kit. And for the next 7 days, you can get the free demo version just by joining the waitlist. You gotta experience this kit for yourself, so make sure to check that out. For the Mike Dean intro, so the chord progression is played like this. Which is 1-4-5, so nothing too crazy. Later we go up an octave and add like a melody on top. So the sound is the keys intro from the Synthopia Analog Lab Bank. Next up, we added this bass. Just following the bass line, adding a couple passing notes, so nothing major. The sound is the bass glide, also Synthopia. The next thing is a pad that just fills out the space a little bit. The sound is also pads purple from Synthopia. And lastly, probably the most important part, we added this lead right here. So the lead is this right here and this. I played it like this and just recorded it through and played with the pitch wheel. I'm gonna show you how I did it. I did that not on my keyboard because my keyboard doesn't work like that. I just went into the Minimoog and while recording, and then I played with the bend right here. So the transition between the intro and the beat sounds like this. If you want to see how I cooked up 3 beats in 6 minutes for Metro and Future's new album, just click here.